Hello friends, welcome back. We're going to be working on another Codility lesson. So lesson 2, we do arrays. There's the reading material is here. And yeah, I haven't gone through this before, so this is relatively new to me. So we're looking at this. It says create an array. It shows you how to create an array, accessing the values of an array, shopping's bread better. If this is all brand new to you, I would recommend checking out the free Code Camp JavaScript, basic JavaScript stuff, because that'll show you everything that's going on here. So here's how to iterate over an array. It looks like they're doing it here in what looks like either Ruby or Python to me. Looks like Python. They're doing it in Python. So yeah, that doesn't necessarily fit our things, but we should know this from our free Code Camp, the basic stuff. So I'm going to just close that for now. And so we'll get started with this one, the cyclic array. Let's just get it started right away. And yeah, we can just start the test. Looks like there's one test. We've got 120 minutes to complete it. And here we are. Okay. So an array A consisting of n integers is given. Rotation of the array means that each element is shifted right by one index, and the last element of the array is moved to the first place. For example, rotation of an array A is equal to whatever. Shifted right by one index, 6 is moved to the first place, for example. So 6, okay, so 3, 8, 9, 7, 6. So it's shifted, so the 6 is taken off the tail and put toward the front here. So 6, so it goes 6, 3, 8, 9, 7. The goal is to rotate the array k times. That is, in each element of A will be shifted to the right k number of times. And I'm going to immediately put this to JavaScript, because they give you examples in whatever language that you select. So here they have the function, or solution, which is a weird name for a function. Anyways, the given an A consists of n integers, and an integer k returns the array A rotated k times. So 3. So if it's rotated 3 times, we're going to say 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be rotated so that I think the 9's at the 9's at the bottom at the beginning, and then 7, 6, 3, 8. So there you go. Here's an example. Wow, this is a very unhelpful example. The function should return 0, 0, 0. Yeah. So given this one, if we shift it 4 times, we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually going to be back at the beginning of where it was. Cool. So yeah, what I would want is just a function that just goes function shift array, right? And you pass in your array, and then array. Okay, so let's play with an example here. Let's say we have an example like this guy. I'm just going to copy that. And oh, in here, where I am in this is I've gone into my terminal. I've opened up the terminal by pressing Command Spacebar and then terminal. And then once we're in here, I just go node, and that'll start my REPL. And so I'm just going to set our array is equal to that guy, right? So array. So we know we have array.slice, right? If we slice at position 1, we get all the numbers after that. So that pretty much does the job, right? But we can make it so we also want to add whatever it was at the beginning. And then so how do we get whatever the position at position 1? Well, we could go position 0, right? That gives us the 3. So here we want to go there, but then we also want to say array.slice, and then we can say .push the array at position 0. And that shifts, and the result is equal to this. All right, so that did not work. Error.slice. So the start, we could say let the start equal array.slice at position 1, and then start is this guy. And so here we've got it. Wait a second. Slice at position 1. Okay, so yeah, we have removed the 3. So now what we want to say is, it shouldn't be start, but here it should be like let end of string equal array dot slice at position 1, right? And then so our end of, it shouldn't be end of array, should be equal to array dot slice at position 1. So cool. And so and then what do we want? We want to add to, because the 3 needs to be added to the end. Right now we're just removing the 3. So, and what we could do now is say end of array dot push array at position 0. Array at position 0. 3. Why on earth? Why did it feed back 5? That is so weird. Anyways, it worked. We've got 8. We've added the 3 to the end. So yeah, let's just bring that into here. So we can just say, let the end of the string equal that, and then we want to return, and then we want to say the end of string, and then we're going to push on, so we're going to add on the first element, array at position 0, and then we want to just return the, well, actually I think we can just return that. Cool. So then what we want to say, and here we're going to make a for loop, but the k is going to be passed in as an integer, right? They're passing in a number here. And so what we can say is we can make a for loop. So for let I equals 0. So we're setting an index to 0. We want to say how many times are we going to do this? Well, we're going to do it. Well, we want the if we want to shift 4 times, we want to do it 4 times, right? So if I 0, 1, 2, 3. So we can just say less than 4. I think that makes it a little bit easier. Less than, and for here it's 4, but we're getting that passed in by this parameter here. So we want to make it k. It's uppercase k. And then we want to iterate I up. So we're going to go with each cycle of the for loop, we're going to add 1 to I. And then, so yeah, each time we do that, we want to say, we can just say, we can just say the shift array. Oh, shift. S-H-I, shift array. And we want to do that to A. So that means that we're going to do it a bunch of times. We're going to say that. I actually want to duplicate it too. Let dup array equal ... A. And then we're just going to say, we're going to alter our data in the function and make a copy of it so that we don't actually mutate the data. So now if we return, now we should just be able to return our dup array. And so I'm actually going to console log this here too. So console.log, we'll just do the dup array in here for now. And we'll say, I'm going to put a string here just to note inside for loop. And then here, I'm just going to make it prior to exit. Cool. Now let's see if this runs. All right. So 3, 8, 9, 7, 6. Okay, so it's not actually modifying it. We're just not getting the right thing at all. It is running 1, 2, 3 times. So we actually want to make this less than or equal to, because that should be 4. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're running it 4 times, but what's happening is it's not shifting. So we want to make, oh, here, we're not actually setting it. We want to change it. So our dup array is equal to shift array. So yeah, let me just show you how this was working a little bit in our REPL. So I can get this function and just throw it right into the array. And then so right now if we have our array, what we can say is shift array. And then we just want to pass in ARR. Gives us 5. Return string end dot push. Well, let's just say let result equal, and then return result. So that was our problem. I think we're not passing it. For some reason, it's returning 5. That's just really weird to me. So I'm going to assess, make this shift array there. And so now we should be able to shift array, and then we're going to pass in our array. What the heck? End of string. So arr.slice is equal to 1. So that becomes our end of string. Let end of string has already been declared. Oh, end of string 8976. Got it. Okay. And then end of string dot push and then I'm just going to throw in a string. It still gives me 5. All right, well, that's where we want it, so it should dot push. Maybe we don't need to say the result. We just want to say it like that. And then we just want to return the end of string. So end of string dot push arr at position 0. And now if we go end of string. Cool. So I guess you can't just save that to a variable. Anyways, so now this should work. End of string, end of string. So if we were to go, if we've got our array, we've got, and if we go shift array, and we pass in our array, uncaught end of string is not defined. Got it. That's our problem. Copy that, bring it back into the REPL, and then we want to go shift array arr. Cool, so now the 3's at the end. So now that should work. Cool. And we can get rid of the... Yeah, let's just run the test real quick and see how it passes. Interesting. Okay, so example test 38976, 38976, 8976. You can see how it's going through there. Okay, so my guess is we're just going a little bit too far. So I is less than k. See if that gets us there. 7, 6. That's so weird. We get some of them correct. If we do it 4 times, it works. But it doesn't work for this one. So I'm just going to copy all of this, and we can just print this into here. And then what we can do is just call it. So I'm going to go to the example test. I'm copying this. And in my REPL, I'll go shift array. And we'll pass it in like that. Yeah, so now because we've got this established, so yeah, and now it gets us, it's going to rate out to 89763. And then here they want us to, they got 97638. 97638. Is the test wrong? They wanted to do it 3 times. So 38976. 38976. So this is the first element. And we're console right before we're duping it. So it's running it. Here's the first time it runs it. And then it runs it a second time. A third time. Oh, it's kind of doing it a 4th time too. Okay, so it should be S then K minus 1. Yeah, I think you're actually doing it too much. Interesting. All right, so we are getting this one right now, and then this one, we're not getting it right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Prior to exit. Weird. So does this mean that shift array, and then we pass in that array and 4? Oh my word. I think that they have invalid tests in this one then. If you shift it 4 times, it should be, yeah, it should be right. Here we're running it 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one, it shifts it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is actually right. So maybe this one's wrong. If we shift it, it should be 9, 7, 6, 3, 8. 7, 6, 3, 8. That's our result. So yeah, the tests on this one, I mean, the only thing I can think is the tests are wrong on this. Because, yeah, this is actually incorrect. We should have it be like this. Yeah, and then this one passes. And then this one doesn't. This is just an invalid test. This is just, yeah, because if you think about shifting this 3 back, it's going to be 9, 7, 6, 3, 8. And that's the result that we want. 9, 7, 6, 3, 8. 9. Yeah, they expected 9, 7, 6, 3, 8. 9, 7, 6, 3, 8. But they got 7, 6, 3, 8, 9. 7, 6, 3, 8, 9. So it looks like we're not doing it enough. Shift it back 3. Shift it back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it gets us back to the same thing. So that's correct. And this says shift it back 3. 1, 2, 3. 9, 7, 6, 3, 8. We got 9, 7, 6, 3, 8. What happens if I run it over here? Pass this into our array. Solution. So this should come out to 97638. Dang. What is going on? Yes, there's something going on. This is not right. I'm not right. My code's not right. Something's going on. It's not the problem with the computer or with the organization. Dupe array. Maybe we can throw the index in here to give us an idea for what's going on. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3. We start off, we're inside, but our dupe array is still 3, 8, 9, 7, 6. 3, 8, 9, 7, 6. So that's when it starts. And then we run it. We duplicate the array. We shift the array. And then we come back up and we run it again. And that's when we get this. And so oh, you know what? I might be shifting it the wrong way. So, yeah, here they go 9, 8. Jeez, 9. Let's use their example here. Yeah, so here they've got 3, 8, 9, 7, 6 becomes 6. They take the front and put it at the beginning. And so here we've got this guy. You want to take the front. They take the rear and add it to the beginning. So here they take the rear and we want to add it to the beginning. Oh, okay. So we're doing it incorrectly. What we want to do is go take the first value, take the last value and add it to the front. So here, take the last value and add it to the front. We're taking the first value and add it to the last. So we're just doing it backwards. So what we want to do is take the last value. So how do you get the last value? You just say the array.length minus 1, right? So let's kind of spell it out a little bit more. Let the shifted value equal dupe array dot the dupe array, and we want it at the position. I mean, in this example, we want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 long. We want it to be at position 4, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we go dupe array. Yeah, the shifted value is going to be dupe array at position of dupe array dot length minus 1. And then what we want to do is instead of doing this, instead of slicing it, dupe array, the shifted value. And then we want our, oh wait, no, we want to do this down here. So our shifted value is equal to the last one, and then slice. So what's another way we can do slice, right? Like array, so array.slice. I think we can go 0 to, let's say 2. Would that get us? Yeah, that gets us the first one. So instead of saying 2, we want to say, you know, I think it's 3, right? No, we want to say 4. But we want to do this programmatically. So how do we get 4? Well, the array.length, ngth, length is 5, so array.length minus 1 is equal to 4. And so we can say array.slice, and it's always going to be 0 to whatever, right? So we can say array.length minus 1. And so that gets us if we look at here, it's 3, 8, 9, 7. And so now what we want to do is just add to that, right? So we can just actually take this and pop it into here. So the shifted value, and then instead of doing that slice, we want to do this one, array.slice, like that. And so this is the start of values. So the shifted value at the start of values. And then we want to just add them together. So how would we do that? How do we say, we've got our shifted value. Dupe array is not defined. Okay, so we want to just say let dupe array equal ... AR. So now we have dupe array. And so then if we say let our shifted value equal that, shifted value has already been declared. Shifted. Let makes it so it's kind of, I want to say var maybe. No, it doesn't let me do it. Well, instead of just saving it like that, let's just say that. And so it says undefined dupe array J's. Okay, LENG. All right, and so yeah, I'm just gonna close this out because I'm getting these weird errors from that. I'm gonna reopen Node and throw this. So yeah, let's just set J's. So we're gonna make our array equal to this. I'm gonna use var in here because so r's like that. And so the first thing we're gonna do is we've got our duplicate array. So we're gonna say our let our dupe array equal, and this is just a way to duplicate it so we don't mutate our data. Okay, so now I've got a dupe array. And then so the duple array, and then we iterate through, so we're going through with each element. And then each time we're shifting it. So we're doing whatever it is down here. We're passing the dupe array down to here. So we're going to say our shift value is equal to whatever's at the end, right? So our shifted value, that's 6. Okay, cool. So we've grabbed this last element of 6. And then we're going to have our start of values as well. So start of values, that's this guy. So now we have 3, 8, 9, 7. And we've got the 6 saved as a shifted value, and we have the other ones saved there. And so I'm pretty sure if we go start of values, we could go dot, is it shift? And then we can say the shifted value. And now let's say start of values and see what that gives us. Okay, so shift is not right. I think it's unshift. Start of values dot unshift. Shifted value. Start of values. Okay, so did pass 6 in there. This one's wrong because I did shift the first time, which mutated the array. So this is the one that we want to do. And so instead of pushing it on there, we're unshifting it on there. And we saved the shifted value as 6, and then the start values are there, and so then we should be able to pump it out. So let's run the test, see what happens. Whoa, not at all. Dupe array is not defined. Dupe array. Yeah, in here we don't want to say dupe array, we want to say ARR. Dupe array is not defined. Yeah, everywhere where it says that, so we want to say R. Cool, let's run the test again. Jeez. End of string is not defined. Start of values dot unshift. There we go. So I was just passing the wrong variable in. Cool. So yeah, it looks like they're passing. We're getting okays on our tests. Producing output might cause your solution to fail performance tests. You should remove code that produces output before you're doing that. So what are they saying? They're saying that you should remove console logs. So if we get rid of these, that should work better. Let's run the tests. Cool. Your code is syntactically correct and works properly on the example test. Note that the example tests are not part of your score. On submission, at least 8 test cases not shown here will assess your solution. So yeah, the thing that I like about Codility is that they actually place an emphasis on thinking directly about this and coming up with better ways to do it. So we should probably just discuss a few things about this code. First off, you don't need these comments in there, so we could get rid of that to clean it up. I like the fact that I extrapolated it here. I wonder if we could make this better, you know. Basically, our shifted value is getting saved here. You know, instead of calling it start values, we could just say shifted array, right? So start of value, start of value, start of value. So we could just call this, I think it should be our shifted array. And so then we could just paste that in here. And I think that this will work just the same way. Producing output. Oh, we want to get rid of this console as well. So if we run the tests, cool. So the shifted, array, make that array. Yeah, and so, I mean, if you think about it, we've got our shifted array here. I mean, really, we could, instead of saving it here, what, like, you know, we could just say array.slice at position 1. So this just gets it there. And then we don't need to do the shifted value. And our unshifted value is just this guy. So I think we could put this in here. And then get rid of this, and then instead of doing that, we could just return it. No. Okay, so that slice, this gets us the array, and then this gets us the point, but we do need to go unshift here. And so that cleans this up. In my opinion, it makes it like harder to read. Oh, and it doesn't work. Let's scroll back. Let's not do that. I do like that I made the value correct. So I actually think you do need to extrapolate these. Maybe we could just make it a little bit shorter by, instead of saying shifted array, we could just say, maybe we could return this. Huh. Weird. All right, so I'm thinking we're going to leave this like it is. Yeah, and this is just how many times we're doing that. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'm going to submit this task. Man, kind of failing on this today. Submit task. Let's see how they like it in terms of the time complexity. Okay, 87 correctness, task score, cyclic rotation. Cool. They show us, and then again, they just kind of have this cool breakdown of how the code, how you developed it, all the changes that you made. Bunch of results, runtime error, extremely empty, tested, terminated with an exit. Extreme emptiness, runtime tested, terminated with an exit code of 1. Invalid, result type, integer expected, undefined found. Perhaps you are missing a return. Okay, so what I think's happening here is we didn't protect for maybe null. Yeah, because it says invalid result type, integer expected, undefined found, perhaps missing a return. So yeah, my guess is that if k isn't included, we probably want to have a some sort of a return statement at the top saying like if k is undefined, then return something else. So that would be something that we would want to solve for on the correctness test. Yeah, here it just shows us the examples. I guess it just gives us time if we've got it correct. So here they say if there's one element, 0 is less than k is equal to 5. It looks like we passed that one. K is less than n. I guess that one's fine. Yeah, I guess we're returning the duplicate array. So if something happens and these things can't happen, it might be returning. I'm not really sure. But anyways, yeah, this is another one of these tricky little algorithm tests. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you in the next video.